Welcome to Gene's Reviews, where I basically do whatever the hell I want. Hello, everybody. Let's check out some bone-chilling videos from King Frostmare, shall we?
The next video was captured in the basement of Mark and shared on his channel Donny Drunkard. He's documenting the haunting in his home for several years now, and I highly recommend you check him out. He was attempting to contact the spirit world once again, and the following video was part of a live stream that Mark had conducted.
I've never seen this
It was
one.
broadcasted live on his channel at the time.
Come.
And what's interesting about this recording is that a viewer of his noticed an odd anomaly the second that Mark is switching the light on.
Damn, it's darkening.
I saw something flash for just a split second. I hope they replay it.
Damn, it's darkening.
It's almost like there was something there.
We can see something
Yeah.
that looks like a weird shadow apparition disappearing into the floor. It's almost impossible to make it out without slowing the footage down.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% convinced that this thing is related to all the paranormal encounters in his home.
That's something, I
Pretty
think.
eerie.
That is creepy.
The following video was captured by a young man one night who was filming in the local city. They were located right next to a mosque, and it is said that a service was being held in there at the time. The man described the following encounter as quite baffling. Apparently, he saw something transparent leaving the mosque building into the sky and then disappearing only seconds later.
Yep, I see it. Whoa, that's cool.
It does look quite strange, doesn't it? A shadow being is seemingly floating into the sky.
And it looks too big to be
What
a
it was
bird.
exactly? Hard to explain. Some people stated that it might have been a trash bag or something of that nature, while
can
others
see that.
believe this to be a more mysterious encounter. What's your opinion?
I don't know, I haven't seen either one of those first two. So that's awesome.
The next case has been shared from the home of user Failed Talk Show Host. The man claims that he could hear mysterious noises for the last couple of years, coming from his apartment, and this was mainly happening in the late evening hours. He tried hard to figure out what was going on in his home, but was never lucky enough to uncover the origin of these creepy sounds. However, one night he was noticing the mysterious sounds once more and snapped a photo towards the kitchen from where he could hear them.
I see some kind of a figure, I think.
He enhanced
Whoa.
the photo, only to notice what appears to be a very tall figure standing in his kitchen. It's quite the terrifying image, and it seems to be that this apparition is wearing a priest's collar, at least in my opinion. Just look how tall it is. Whatever we are seeing here should not have been there. A few nights after that, the man grabbed his phone again, after hearing these weird noises originating once more. This time he didn't capture anything on his photo, but rather decided to put out his camera, and he started recording for several hours on standby.
Okay. It's that figure again, the same one. That could have been put in, though. Still pretty creepy, though.
Once again, it is pretty dark, but after enhancing the footage, we can see a figure moving in the dark.
It looks like
It's
the same
pretty
one.
clear that this must have been the same person or thing that we had seen in the kitchen photo. I don't think that we are dealing with a squatter here, so is it safe to say that we are seeing something paranormal unfold?
It could be, but it could
knows?
also just be him.
The next video was captured by a family who came back from a little trip in Mexico. They were traveling along a road in the fields, which was relatively deserted. What made them pull out their phone was a scary looking object that was seemingly floating in the sky, just a few meters above the road.
That could be a kite. What's to the left of it? There's something to the left of it, too.
They said that it was an extremely scary looking shadow figure, with barely any facial features as far as they could tell. They had no explanation for this terrifying incident, other than something inexplicable that must have unfolded here. How else could we explain this? What is
A
that
kite.
thing?
A kite or some kind of a balloon with helium in it or something. Or it could be real. I wasn't
This
there.
video was captured by a young man who states that he was on a nightly stroll in his local forest. He says, although it can feel quite a bit creepy there at nights, especially since the area has no streetlights whatsoever, and the graveyard is located right next to this strip of forest. He never had seen anything strange before, but he tells us that he heard a weird whimpering noise that made him feel quite uneasy, and at this point he started recording and held the flashlight towards the noises.
I like his narration. Okay, now that definitely doesn't look real to me.
In his words, this thing just looked like a grey cloud that was floating towards him. Only after watching this video back at home, he had to realize that this was perhaps a spirit. Many think that it looks like a floating torso. So maybe it was a visiting spirit from the neighboring graveyard.
Looks like a skinwalker to me, but that's the most unbelievable one to me so far.
The following video is also quite the
I've
spooky
seen this one.
It was recorded by
I
Ali
think.
McDaniel, who
I
states
recognize
that he
him.
had just returned from a fishing trip that day, and that he heard some really alarming screams from a close-by public bathroom. He didn't see anybody entering, and he felt that this was quite
Yeah, I
odd,
saw this
so he
one.
started
I've
recording
done this one a couple
encounter.
times.
Yo, what the?
Yeah, I think this is fake too.
What the? Bro,
There's lots of ways that could have been faked. Could have been a Bluetooth speaker.
there's nobody in here.
Could have been put in afterwards.
Yo!
but I do hear the echo from the bathroom and the screaming. I'm going to go with the Bluetooth
What
speakers
Ali didn't
hidden somewhere in
realize
the
at
bathroom.
the time was that there seemed somebody else standing relatively close to him in the bathroom.
Well, I didn't notice that. Oh, wow. Okay.
Many people said that the screams seemed quite real though, making some believe that it might have been just a nice video project. But if not, what exactly had unfolded here that evening?
So that's something new because they didn't show that figure standing next to him the other time I saw that.
Now we're taking a look at some CCTV footage, which stems from an old sewer tunnel system located somewhere in Europe. The story goes that a lot of sketchy stuff was going on in these systems back in the day, and that to this day, workers still see the eerie outlines of spirits down there. Apparently, the following footage is showing us one of these instances.
Yeah. The way it glitches and just disappears, though, it makes me think that it's not real. Because if it would just fade away, I'd believe it more. It just disappears.
A woman
There's no
seems
fading.
to appear at the end of the sewer tunnels, but also the light flickers just moments before she appears on camera. That's quite strange. And as mysteriously as she appears, she vanishes. Only moments after that, there is a dark shadow that is making it towards the end of the tunnel as well.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
is pretty inexplicable to many.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
What do you think happened here? I couldn't say, to be honest.
I don't know either.
The following was captured by the security camera of a laundromat store. The owner uploaded the video as proof, because many people swore that the building was extremely haunted. Creepy sightings were nothing rare, apparently. However, the owner could never capture evidence on his camera until this night. After closing the store up for the night, the man left and the security camera kept rolling. The footage got randomly pulled one day, and they saw something on it that looked quite creepy.
Shadows. There was a figure standing there. Boom. See, that looks more real to me because it just kind of fades in and then fades out.
It looks like a woman with dark hair that is standing next to the laundry machine in the right top corner of the room. How terrifying. What's even more creepy, however, is how she mysteriously seems to appear in the room, and then, only moments after, disappears again. Of course, there are reflections from the
Yeah.
street outside that can be seen in this store, but many are certain that this is not
That's-
what we are seeing here.
No, that's not a reflection,
So,
but
is this a spirit haunting the man's store?
I'm going to go with no, but it's still entertaining. Pretty cool.
The following clips were shared by user BV1150, who states that he as well is experiencing some really terrifying events unfolding in his own four walls. Ever since moving into his new place, he was visited by strange shadow sightings and was woken up in the midst of night by loud banging noises and furniture that was being pushed around. His friends never believed him, however, and they were certain that he was just joking around. In the following video, he had a friend over, and indeed, there seemed to be some unusual loud noises that were stemming from his closet, or from right above his closet, which was weird because nobody else should have been there.
Get up. Get up. Get up. You're here. Listen. Fucking touch that door. Oh, f off. That Ouija board.
Heard the thumping.
Nothing at first glance, but after BV decides to take a look around and opens the door to one of the rooms, there seemed to be something else with them. A really odd-looking shadow can be seen standing at the end of the room, and then it
Okay.
charges at them as if it wanted to hurt them. BV states that they could not sleep at his place that night, and that he has nightmares ever since.
Now, if I saw something like that, I wouldn't stay there. For sure.
If it was
at least
just
not that
sleep by
night.
the young man, has maybe something demonic entered? Something that is now playing tricks on him?
I don't know. The figure looks
Who can say?
stiff, like a doll or something. So that makes me think it's staged. But it's well done and it's
This
entertaining.
video was captured by Marco. The young man states that he's working the night shift in one of the local mines, and that ever since their company has started working on this project, he and his colleagues can always hear some inexplicable screams from inside the old and darkened tunnels. Some even swear to have seen strange things in there
That would be
didn't
really
make
creepy.
sense to them.
Down in a mine?
This night, Marco wanted to record one of the most notorious areas of this mine for friends and family. And this is when he captured the following.
Muchos compañeros no querían estar ahí, decían que los asustaban mucho e incluso decía que veían gente dentro de ese polvorín abandonado.
What's he doing? Like a security or something? Eyes.
Marco had no idea what this creepy creature was, and it startled him quite a bit. He showed the footage to his colleagues. At this point, the team was pretty much certain that these mines indeed were haunted. I mean, what else could be going on
Some
here?
kind of a cryptid.
Is this maybe an inexplicable being? Really hard to say.
Could be a hard hat hanging up with the lights on it. I don't know though. That doesn't look like it. Well, that was cool. Well, that was from King Frostmare. I don't know. There was only one video in there that I had seen before. So that's pretty awesome. Finding some new stuff. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of that. Now, how about a joke? I hate hearing people complain about breastfeeding in public. Like, that's disgusting. I don't want to see it. You can't do that. You're not a woman. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hashtag Mean Gene, all that fun stuff. And if you like this video, Tell all your friends, leave a comment down below. And if you didn't like it, then just shut up. And I will see you next time.